And we're live.
So this is off topic, but it's kind of weird. So 2 days ago, my girlfriend said that it looked like someone had rifled through her vehicle in my driveway. But meanwhile, my car's right next to hers, and it's got guns and cash in it. And they're, right there. Like there's a lot of the stuff's tucked away, but there's maybe $20 worth of cash sitting right there. And there's a handgun sitting right there, and all that's there. But I believe her because she says, the credit, her wallet was sort of dissected, and kind of like laying all out there, and that's unusual. And then Kitty says that she thought she heard someone outside last night, and the dog was barking and causing a ruckus. So I'm going to get to the bottom of this very soon. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah.
I'll get some motion sensing cameras out there and get myself some way to alert myself. And if I need to in the night, I can go out and investigate. I got my gun with the light and the laser and all that shit on it. So we'll see if
the double-barreled shotgun.
Yeah. That seems like the way to go. Already got it all tacked out over there.
Yeah, that might be a good one to grab.
I'd wake the neighborhood up.
You haven't made a video with that yet, right?
No.
I feel like you want to run 100 rounds through it and just see what it's got in terms of reliability.
Yeah, I'd like to as well.
Have you heard about the issue with the pumping them?
I haven't heard any specific issues. We did have one failure, and I think that it was where we sort of short-stroked it, and the answer to that was just holding the release and hitting it hard, and that fixed it.
I watched several videos about it because I was kind of excited, and apparently, if you point it down when you is it called racking the slide with a shotgun? When you pump it,
sure.
Then it doesn't load right. Like gravity does it wrong. You need to hold it up and rack it, and they're sort of targeting it towards law enforcement. So that's kind of an issue. Like you don't necessarily always want to be pointed up when you rack it.
I didn't have that issue because one of the ways I was.
Do you have any shells that you can test it with?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that in just a second, but just to kind of show the inner workings without one. I was cycling it.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, I was cycling it, and I like held it like this and did it really slow, so someone could watch it. I'll get some shells so you can see what's going on here, because it's actually pulling shells from 2 tubes and then injecting them into 2 more, and it's pretty cool to watch it do its thing. Let me grab a couple shells.
Yeah, before you go, when you do it, test it, like point it down like you wanted to shoot.
Oh, I'm
going to
hold it just like this.
Well, that's up.
So it's upside down. Well, the barrel's pointed down.
Oh, is it? All right, I lost my bearings. Yeah.
I didn't realize that either.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a shell or 2.
All right.
I was wondering how he was racking that with it pointed up with both hands down like that.
I don't know.
It's a
bullpup shotgun. I'm sure there's plenty of them, but it's the only one I know of. Like I don't know of any other bullpup shotguns. A bullpup double barrel pump shotgun I think there's only one.
Yeah, it's a pretty niche group of characteristics for a shotgun to have. It's really cool, but is there a point at all, like to a bullpup style shotgun?
I don't know. The typical bullpup point is that you can have a longer barrel and keep it accurate, but you don't have to have such a long gun in close quarters.
Yeah, I thought it was to keep guns short, right?
Yeah,
that's why they put the magazine back behind the.
Like you could have a gun with I'm making shit up, but like with an 18-inch barrel, but the thing is only like 24 inches long in total. Whereas if you were to take like an M4 variant or an AR-15 variant, an 18-inch barrel is going to make for like a 36-inch gun because it's not bullpup.
Yeah.
But with a shotgun, I don't know. Do you even want a long barrel like that? I guess you want the powder's got to burn.
I want a short barrel, double barrel shotgun like they have in movies.
Every zombie game.
Have a stock. Yeah, just every one of those. We can just smack it down. They fly out, put 2 more in, snap it up. They're illegal, so I couldn't do that, but those are so cool.
With a lever action one, right? Where you can like do the thing.
Just 1887 my way out of any trouble.
Exactly.
All right, let's see what you got here, Kyle.
Kyle, I'm lost. That's pointed down? Okay.
Yes. We need some shells here.
What kind of shells are you putting in?
These are actually incendiary tracers. the color of the shell corresponds to the color of the trace. So these in particular are green when they come out of the barrel. So that's the tube. I'm going to try to do it so you can see a little better. And try to manipulate my hand. So, it's spring loaded and they're feeding. And if you look here, you can start to see they're feeding into the weapon.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll continue down into here. So, I don't know. We'll put 3 on each side, I guess. Seems like a good number.
You can load 2 at once. Put them into.
Mm-hmm.
At least on the video I saw, the guy was very tickled about that. He's like, "Watch me load 2,"
I was asking Woody, Kyle, is there a distinct advantage to having a bullpup style shotgun?
I like bullpups because you get that you don't have such a long barrel. So if you were in some sort of close quarters sort of scenario, it's really easy to turn a corner and point those. They're more pointable. I like short barreled everything.
Part of it,
and I really like bullpups.
In my head, if someone was trying to wrestle the gun away from me, they just have a little less leverage. You can't just grab the end and toss it around in the same way you would a longer rifle.
True. So you ready for this?
Yep.
Let's see. Make sure I'm going to do this right. Yeah.
Looks like you have primary and secondary gunfighter on that.
So it threw him in. So now we're loaded.
So hold it at a 45.
45-degree angle?
Yeah, downward
let me show
45.
Well, let me show it eject once.
Okay.
And then we'll go again. This is so awkward to do, like in this. Yeah, because all this has to slide. So it's removing those shells from the barrels, from the chambers that are directly behind the barrels. It threw them past the camera.
It sure did.
They're way over there somewhere. And it threw 2 more up from the tubes. And so when I push forward on the slide, it moves them back and into the cylinders again. So let's hold it at a 45-degree angle and make it safe again. So that looks like it to me. I'm going to go real slow so you can see it maybe drop them out of the back. So they dropped out, and you can actually see the next shell that's to come right here.
And it worked. Or it didn't work.
Maybe it didn't.
Now hold it at level, and I think you'll be able to jiggle it in.
All right, let's see if they come out.
I guess it worked.
I'll run it
I
through.
lost track of that.
Yeah, I did too a little bit because I'm watching the reflection of what I'm doing, and it's really hard to be kind of focused on anything right now. I
do love all that gobbledygook on that gun. I normally don't,
too.
But God, that thing is.
Well, see, none of this is really unnecessary. Okay, all right. So the things that I think are redundant, which is when in my opinion, that's how you know that you're being silly, is when things start being redundant. So it's got these offset sights here, and it's like, is this really gonna fail? Is that what you're worried about? This failing? Because it's a shotgun, right? Like I'll just take it the fuck off at that point. But I just feel like those are a bit redundant. But otherwise, it's really just a laser and a flashlight. There's a flashlight with a strobe that's just incredibly awful to look at, and turn that off. And then a laser, which I've really enjoyed.
Why does that laser work in midair so well?
Exactly, because it's green. So all through my house, it's like that. I shined it outdoors the other day, and it showed up. I feel like you just see green lasers better.
When I point red lasers at things, I see the dot, and I see the source, but I don't see the beam. That thing, you really see the beam.
It's hard to pick up.
Not as much at that angle, yeah. But then
right here, it's really bright.
Right. Maybe I prefer.
I like that.
Green.
Other than that, I don't. The one that you're getting has muzzle brakes that are pretty sharp, but nothing like this.
Yeah.
Or choke tubes.
Yeah, that's ludicrous.
Ludicrous is good. Ludicrous is good.
So yeah.
But you haven't made
we're talking about,
you haven't shot any video for that yet. Like, have you run many rounds through them? I don't know if you can call them round shells.
Probably 50 so far.
Oh, so a bit.
Too crazy. Yeah, we haven't really tested them that hard. I'm doing the flamethrower video first. Whenever I'm done with that, I'll send yours to you. And but I think I'm filming that Monday next week or Tuesday, something like that.